Today we are in the beautiful Park Rapids area targeting crappies. There's typically 3 areas that I like to target crappies this time of year, kind of this early winter time. The first one is your typical crappie panfish bite. It's the deep muddy basin. It might look something like this. Your second one is kind of a mid-range 15 to 25 foot flat that's either on the edge of the basin or on the edge of the weeds. It might look something like this. And the third one is your shallow weedy points, especially when they jut out into some sort of deep water. They have deep water on both sides or on one side, and there's good weeds up on top. Today we're going to be targeting the first two, the deep muddy basin and the mid-range 15 to 25 foot flats. Pretty big area, and these fish move around a lot this time of year, so we're really going to have to put in some time, put in some footwork to try to catch these fish, try to find some of these fish. A misconception with the Livescope is that you can pan around, find a pot of fish, drill a hole, sit on top of them all day, but the reality is these fish are constantly cruising, moving around these flats or these basins. We don't want to have to keep drilling holes as we're searching for them, because a lot of times that can spook them, that can make them move, and it can be almost impossible to stay on top of these fish. So we're going to be drilling a big group of holes, and we're just going to try to follow them around, try to predict where they're going, get in front of them, so we have that whole time to get that school moving through and try to catch as many fish as possible in that time. One of the things when you're just using a Vexlar or something that you hear all the time is, oh, we had crazy action for about 5-10 minutes, and then it kind of shut down. And a lot of that problem is these fish are constantly moving. So if you can use a Livescope and stay on top of these, that is truly what I feel this Livescope was almost made for, was these cruising wintertime crappies. It is so much fun to stay on top of these things, so much fun to predict where they're going and almost know you're gonna get bit if they're in an active mood. So we're gonna drill out our grid, drill out a bunch of holes and get fishing. I was actually just going to be setting up a dead stick rod. I see a few fish down there. We already got them coming up. Got a couple coming up for it. Oh, what is this? We have some more coming, you can see too. Oh, there he is. It feels like maybe a crappie. Oh man, that is awesome. We got more down there. I'll show you this one quick. There we go, I was just setting up my tip for some walleyes, and there is our first slab. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, what a mess. I don't know how I still caught that. Everything was frozen up. Oh, sweet. Another great fish. Oh, we still have more down there too. Another awesome crappie. Get that guy back down there so we can get some more. Hopefully we won't spook him. I switched it up to my plastic and my tungsten jig. See if I can get that down there and trigger any more bites. Everything is so cold. Oh, there's quite a few that wanted already. See if they'll commit. Oh, come on. Oh, my reel is just frozen solid. Oh, that one liked it. One of the things I've noticed too, these crappies really like, one, when there's a new school, they first get interested, but also when you just first drop it down. There he is. Not a giant, but not bad. Sweet. Crappie number 3 for the day. Oh, shoot. It's so cold, my GoPro battery's ready to die, so I haven't plugged them in yet. This guy's coming up. Second one coming up underneath it. This one looks decent. Oh, come on. Come on. Another guy underneath. Might be interested. There he is. Feels like a decent fish. Maybe about the same. Another nice fish. I mean, all these crappies are just awesome fish. Probably 13 and a half. Just awesome fish for this area. This guy's coming up pretty hot. Oh, I'm trying to warm up my hands. There he is. Man, that's so fun to be able to see him swimming around down there on the Livescope after you set the hook into him. Sweet. Another gorgeous fish. Well, hey, I'll take that. Little one, I think. This one doesn't feel quite as big. Maybe, oh, I was just gonna say, maybe a bluegill. Just by how it came up off the bottom and then started doing those circles like bluegills do. Awesome. Nice gill. Super fun. So that was kind of a fun little flurry to start the morning. Like I said, I was coming up here to set up my tip-up rod actually, and I saw some fish down there, so I dropped down, caught a few crappies, stuck around a little bit longer. Now I see that some of these have moved. As I'm panning around, I can see fish still behind me. Actually, there's some that move maybe a little bit closer, but I can still see some fish moving behind me. And there's quite a big school of fish to my back and to my right. So I'm going to keep drilling out over there. And the plan, kind of like I said before, was going to be covering a lot of different areas, drilling a lot of different holes, hoping to stay in front of these. You can see these fish slowly moving. Even right there, you can kind of see these fish slowly moving out this way. They'd kind of come back, but now they're clearly moving that way a little more. So I'm going to be going out, drilling some holes, see if we can stay on top of them in front of these fish and pull out a few more. They're a little bit still that way, and as I'm going to sit and watch them for a little bit, see if I can see which direction they're moving. Seem to be moving away from me. So I'm going to keep moving, trying to get out ahead of them here. Hopefully these fish are moving towards us unless we spooked them. Good. They look like, ooh, there's one right underneath. That one looks like a little bit bigger fish. I don't know if that's a crappie. I should probably get my tip up set up like I was hoping to. You can see those fish were moving this way, so I had all these holes drilled out. Now I can be in front of these fish. They look like they're moving towards me. The thing is, they can turn at any second. Feels like a decent one here. A little bit wrapped up in a transducer, I'm afraid. Yeah, there's a nice fish. They're awesome fish. When it's cold like this, it's so important to get these fish off quickly, get them back down the holes so that we don't damage their eyes, damage any of their fins. They can freeze so quickly. I mean, you know how fast your hands get cold. So you can just imagine when they're so thin like that, how easily that things freeze on those fish. There, you can see that school coming closer. Man, they're cruising though. I don't know if any of these are gonna be interested. They kind of, when they're moving so fast like that, sometimes they're just on a mission. They won't even want to give it a look. But if you can get that lead one, sometimes to slow down, they'll slow down the rest of the crew. You can maybe pick off one or two. You can see the perch underneath. Whew. Tearing up from this wind here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Such an awkward hook set being up so high. Tearing up. Another nice fish. There we go. A few more down there. You can see, I could tell where those fish were moving, so I had to just get out in front of them. Luckily I had a hole already drilled there. I was able to get out in front of them, able to slow those fish down a little bit. Maybe they'll come back. They looked like they got a little spooked. Couple. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. Come on. There he is. Oh, my bail is frozen. Get my transducer up here in a second. And there we go. Oh boy. Another beautiful fish. That one came right off. Another just awesome crappie. I don't know if we're going to get any of these to give a look. Oh, there's maybe one. Come on. Come on. There he is. Oh, I could hardly even see that guy. My eyes are so watery right now from staring into this wind. go. Another nice fish. This one doesn't feel very big. My rod and reel are starting to freeze up some more. So it's pulling out drag when it maybe shouldn't be, but based on the rod, it doesn't feel super big. Bluegill. Nice bluegill. Man, that is fun. Another nice fish, see if you can see that. So fun. Just awesome, awesome fish. Just like with any species, it's so important to let those bigger fish go in order to keep the population strong. Not interested yet. Ooh, that one might be. There he is. Ooh. So fun to watch those things swimming up on the Livescope. But it's crazy how many fish cruise by, didn't even take a sniff. Another good one. Another good one. Sweet. Another awesome, awesome fish. Sun shining right on it. So much fun. Again, the quality of these fish, almost all of them have just been awesome quality fish. Still a few down there, but man, how many of those fish cruise right by, did not even give a sniff. Looks a little more interested. I think he's there. There we go. Oh, my eyes are just watering like crazy right now. Oh. Nice fish. Nice fish. Sweet. Man, these things are just plump. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Super fun. Get them off, get them back in real quick. That's what we've been seeing a lot of today. We're seeing these schools move through, and as these schools are moving through, not many fish will be interested, maybe one or two. Then we'll finally have one that'll come up and take a bite. They're definitely not in their active feeding phase where they have a whole school move up and there's 3-4 fish chasing. One of them bite, catch it, drop right back down. Another one will come up, bite. You really have to having to sift through some of these schools, see if you can find just 1-2 aggressive fish out of the school. A couple of those are aggressive. Man, here we go. Come on. Man, a couple of those are a little more aggressive. Up until see if I can pull this guy up. There he is. God, everything is just so frozen. He's feeling pretty good. Oh, another beauty. Man, all these fish have just been such good quality. So much fun. When there's an opportunity for big fish like this, I mean, don't get me wrong, anytime you're catching fish is great. Having a chance at these big pie plate crappies is just so much fun. And that is a wrap. Had a nice little morning session out here. Had to get in and get out quickly. We sure made it worth it. We were able to be super efficient with our time out here using the Livescope to get on top of these fish, stay on top of these fish. They were in that intermediate zone, that 15 to 25 foot range, a little more than we expected. We were able to find them, stay on top of them, keep moving around. They were scattered a little more than we like to see, but had a lot of fun. Put some really quality fish topside, and it was just a blast. So much fun seeing these fish eat on the Livescope, staying on top of them. It almost feels like you're hunting them as you're chasing them around. Again, thanks for watching. Hopefully be back with another video soon.